right, we're gonna get started. Round one. So I am a buyer. This is a phone call. The goal is to set oh wow, the mic is very loud. I'm a buyer. I'm on a phone call. I just wasn't expecting that. A buyer phone call. The goal is to set an appointment. So yeah, I mean, we really like this house that we've seen online, but I think we just want to wait to look at the house first before getting pre-approved.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, it just seems kind of like a hassle, and we don't really want to waste, time and do all the paperwork until we found the house we really like first.
Totally. Okay, I hear what you're saying. I know it's always one of what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? You want to find the home first before you start the process of getting pre-approved. What I will say is in this market, if you find the perfect home, we are still seeing that it's a seller's market. Would you agree that you would want to be ready to submit an offer as soon as possible to get the home that you want?
I mean, I could see the benefit of that.
Yeah, so I would encourage at least that conversation just to know where we're at. Make sure we're looking in the right price point. I would hate for you to find a home and realize that, it's out of reach. Would you agree that that would kind of suck?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound ideal.
Right. So what I'd love to do is maybe sit down with you and kind of go over a little bit about what the process looks like. I'd also love to maybe get a better idea of what it is you are looking for, and that way we can have a game plan. So when we find the perfect home for you, we're ready to go. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Okay, great. So how is tomorrow at 2 p.m.?
That works for me.
Okay, great.
Woo! Nice.
Great job, man.
Awesome. Click this guy. You want me on this side? Is this here? Further?
Ooh, got me looking at the time. Oh,
yeah.
man.
All right, so. All right, so this is a buyer. We're on a phone call. The goal is to set an appointment. And I tell you, you know what? This has been great. We really like this one, but I think we just really want to find the house first before I get pre-approved.
Okay, gotcha. All right, sounds good. Oh, it starts. Okay.
No worries.
Ring, ring.
Yeah, hey, Dany. Yes. So I think I just really want to find the house first and then get pre-approved.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Rachel, I mean, that makes sense. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you want to make sure you find a house before you start any of this process, correct?
Exactly. It just kind of feels like a lot of paperwork, and I don't, I think I'd really just like to find the house and then go take that step.
Okay, and then just circling back, I just want to make sure I understand. When we were talking earlier, I know you do plan on moving probably within these next 6 months, correct? Mm-hmm. And why is that again?
Yeah, I mean, we are sick of renting. Our space is really crammed. I just got a new job, so we can finally afford a bigger place, and we're ready to take the step.
Okay, for sure. Well, and I completely understand you wanting to find a house, but we do need to get together and have this meeting, just because there's a couple things that you need to do to get prepared, and I want to make sure I go over that with you. That way we are prepared whenever that perfect house does come up for you. We can just jump on it right away, and I want to make sure all that preparation beforehand is out of the way, and that's why it's important that we meet. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I could be open to that.
Okay, awesome. How does tomorrow at 1 sound?
I'm free then. That's great.
All right, see you then. Thank you, Rachel.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike.
Wow, great job, guys. That was, I'm feeling conflicted about this one. You guys both got the close, so I appreciate that. I think that I'm gonna vote for Dany, and the reason why is because you took a step back and you took the time to touch back on their motivation and really kind of get that emotion tied back into a reason why you need to get together so that you guys can have that locked in and ready to go before you find the house. So the fact that you took the time to go back to the motivation, I think that got it for you.
Oh, this is going to be tough for Lisa. Both of you did a great job. I'm going to slightly go with Val more than Dany on this one, because I felt there was slightly more air of confidence in the way that she was speaking, and the way that she phrased the questions made it seem more like she was allowing Rachel to make it her idea, to meet or to take the step further. Instead of, telling is not selling, I feel like you told her more of what to do versus allowing her to come up with the decision herself. And for that reason, I'm going with Val.
Tiebreaker.
Good luck, Lisa.
This sucks. Okay, Dany, I want to say first, you addressed what she brought up as far as the objection, and you went all the way through it. So on that aspect, I believe that you addressed her concern. On the other spectrum, I believe the cadence came better, right, with Valerie. It was a cadence, it was a confidence that came better. So this is a really hard one for me because you followed through on the objection. She just touched into it, and then she moved on to another, what I would perceive another objection without it being an objection. So I want to give it to Dany just because he followed through on the objection that she gave to you. But Valerie, your cadence was on point.